Hello and welcome to this video looking at the custom report writer within Sage Intacct. The custom report writer is used to create specialised sets of information based on your company data. Unlike the out-of-the-box financial and standard reports, custom reports can include financial or non-financial data, or even a combination of both. Like your other reports, custom reports are accessed through either the report centre or the application. To access and use the report writer though, you'll need permission for the following. Once we've established that we have the correct permissions, we can start creating the report. For this demonstration, we're going to create a report showing us the percentage of the credit limit each of our customers has used, and we're going to group them by industry. If we navigate to our report center, we can see the custom reports that have already been created. We have the option to filter this screen by application, or we can just search by report name. We also have the new report button. Clicking on this will give us a few more options. Under the custom report heading, we have the option to use an existing custom report as a template, or to create a new one using a wizard. We'll select this option for our demonstration. The first step is to select a data source. We'll select customer for this. There is also the option to select a report audience and a report type. The report audience is who the report is intended for. As you can see from the example on this screen, we have the options for auditors, board, and management. This will probably be different to your system, however, as report audiences are created by the user. Although this field is optional, it can come in very handy when filtering reports in your report list to make it easier to find. Report types are another way of filtering your reports. By selecting a report type, you can make sure that the people that this report will be relevant to are able to access it based on their roles or permissions. Again, these are user created, so the options you see on my screen may be different to yours. On the next screen, we need to select the columns that we want to use. For this example, we'll select credit limit, customer ID, customer name and total due from the customer section. And we'll also select customer type ID from the customer type section. Calculated columns allow us to create column calculations based on the columns that we've selected. So let's add a simple calculation to work out the percentage of their credit limit each customer has used. Moving on, we can select the sequence of the columns. Here we just select the order we wish to see them displayed. The next step allows us to add more column totals. If we scroll to the bottom, we can see the calculated column options. Let's just select average here. The next screen focuses on the column priority. This is how we sort the report. The drop-down menu allows us to choose ascending or descending, and we can then set which of these takes priority. For example, if we select the total due column as descending, and we'll make this the top priority by dragging the column to the top of the list. The filter report step allows us to add a filter. You can add filters for every area of the data source selected. For our report, we just want to see our customers in our UKI territory. Step 8 asks us whether we want to group our data. You can choose to select a grouped format if you want information arranged together and to show subtotals for the grouped rows. For example, you may want to see subtotals per customer account as well as the total amount owed at the bottom of the report. We want to group our report by industry, so we'll say yes to grouping and then select customer type ID on the next screen. Once we've done this, we have the option to order our groups. We don't want to do this here though, so we'll skip this step. Now, we need to decide whether we want to see the detailed breakdown within the groups or if we just want a summary. We also need to give the report a title. As we are using grouping, we'll be given the option to define the report output for chart display. Here we can select the chart type and the information that we want to see. We can also include additional prompts when the report is run. These are very similar to filters but behave slightly differently. They will affect the information shown on the report, but they are prompted for when you run the report, so the user has to make a choice at that point. For this one, we'll just select the status option. Step 14 allows us to name our prompts in groups within the report. We also have the option to enable these prompts again in memorized reports by ticking the box you can see on screen. The last step is to save the report. Give the report a name and decide whether you would like to see it in the application menu. Make sure to select the correct application and add a description as desired. With the report set to active, click Save. Now we've created our report, let's run it to make sure we're happy with the results. As we chose the option to Add to Menu on the last step of the wizard, we can access the report either through the Report Center or through the application. When we run the report, we can see the filter option we chose has appeared at the top of the screen. We can amend this as desired prior to viewing the report. Clicking View will open the report, where we can see our UK-based customers grouped by industry. We can also see their credit limit, the total amount of credit that they have accrued with us, and the percentage of their limit that they have used. As we chose to select the average option for the calculation column in the Add More Total section of the wizard, we can see the average percentage across the industry for each customer as well. Clicking the Graph button will open a chart based on the parameters that we set earlier. We also have the option to process and store the report for viewing later. We can also email the report, add it to a dashboard, or even export it if we wish. So that is how you create a simple report using the custom report writer. For more information on this and the other great Sage Intacct features, please consult the in-product help files.